The day after my intensity day, there's normally only two things I crave in the morning when I wake up. First of it is food. After having, had a big stimulus yesterday with VO2 run, 6 times 5 minutes, 5K swim, and then in the evening the 4 times 10 minutes, 30-30, so like alternating again intensity. And by the way, I stopped filming after the third set, but the fourth set yesterday, that got me pretty good. That one got me pretty good, but that's what I wanted, I got some really good stimulus on top of it, and the legs were pretty fried, which was the goal. And definitely sore this morning, leg-wise, which is again a stimulus that I want. So first one is I'm craving food. I got that in already, got the coffee in. And the second one is I'm craving my recovery boots. So that's the only day I wake up and I go straight in the recovery boots. That's where I eat my breakfast. 3 toasts, today 3, with peanut butter, banana, 1 egg, and a big old mug of coffee. That's the breakfast there, and then I spent a half an hour in the recovery boots already. It's for the lymphatic system really good. It really helps to, it feels amazing. I just feel great with it. It helps. And read a bit on my Kindle. Yeah, so that's the plan. Today we're gonna hit 3 sessions. So first physical part and then mental part for today, because that is actually important. So we're gonna have a 4.5K swim first. Gonna jump in a bit. I do this because the pool is right down there. 200 meters airline. Then we got a 2-hour ride with some LT1 work in there, so like aerobic threshold, but low lactate. 270 watts is the goal, and then we get the duration filled out of 270 watts first. Also for the Saturday ride, so that it doesn't tax me, although I had intensity yesterday. That's the idea. And then we have a 5K run off where we're gonna hobble around slow as a turtle, sore today. So that's the plan physically. And then another one is the mental part for the day. That's really important that I allow myself to switch off, because yesterday, was kind of a high focus day. It took a lot mentally always to go through those days. It's always mentally taxing. So there are several things I always do, especially the day after. Like first, that I really make sure that I celebrate a bit the achievements from yesterday. Just like really mentally go through it, write it down in my journal a bit, really see, okay, what did I do? Really feel grateful for it. That's really important. Feel that success. And then also allow myself to have some fun today, really on purpose, mix it up, maybe have have those amazing lunch buffets here in Finland for cheap. You can get basically all you can eat buffets for like $13 or $12. So amazing quality of food. Mix it up, sit somewhere else. Then for sure, unfortunately, coffee is banned for the lunchtime. So just in the morning, no caffeine afterwards, just allow the body to recover, I don't want it in a hype state or hype it up. Really want to shut it down and absorb yesterday. So I am training today, and there is obviously some load, but main thing, physically, mentally, recover today and tomorrow actually from the Tuesday, because on Friday we're hitting the gas again. So now 2 days of aerobic work, today, tomorrow, still training, still doing some work, but overall the system is absorbing and recovering from this stronger stimulus, which was yesterday. Bloody hell, definitely wasn't hanging around in that set. New set structure as well, really nice, really enjoyed it. New things to work on, technical things and breathing, doesn't matter, it's all a bit detailed, but in the end finished it off with 1500 broken ups, and in total also 800 meter of kick work. There a little tip maybe for some of you guys that I would say if you're swimming slower than 130 per 100, don't bother with all the kick stuff. I would rather look at alignment in the front end, because something is preventing you. If you're still swimming 145, 150, 2-minute pace, don't bother too much with the kicking, but it's again super individual. But also with kicking, because most of you guys as well, if you're a triathlete, you didn't know how to kick, right? So it's not just just kick a lot. It's mostly alignment. So like if your hips are tight from cycling, from sitting, and your hip flex as well, you can absolutely forget. You will just shred your quads to bits and think, great effort. I must get better at swimming now. Not actually just zapping your legs, probably for your bike and run sessions as well. So mobility is super key, that you actually can lay flat in the water, and then you can actually kick from your hip flexors and not, have an angle on there and just ruining your quads with no gain. You're not swinging better either. So it's a tricky one. But yeah, then in the end, finished it off with 1500, broken up in 50s and 100s. And there's our goal. My swim coach, in general, my whole team, they have this healthy amount of disrespect for numbers. It's not this thing like attached to, 120 pace is good, 110 pace is good. There's nothing attached to that because the level is so much higher what they're used to. This is like snail speed. So anyways, now like zone 3 work basically in the end. And I was finished up with 1500s, broken up in 50s and 100s with fins though, to learn to engage the kick. And the 50s all leaving on 40 and the 100s leaving on 120. And that's straight 1500. So holding between 110 and 115 pace for the 1500 straight. Definitely worked on my arms, and in general you could tell the system is obviously working a bit from yesterday, but it was a good strong aerobic stimulus, not something like toast you, but definitely good work. Like arms were tired, and yeah, now I look forward to the cold plunge, some sauna, heading back now. But I'm just getting the shake in first, and then I'm gonna relax there. Nice little sauna and cold water, felt really good. And one thing I did notice for sure, so what I said yesterday in intensity, that when you train hard, or let's say give a big training stimulus, that could be either to intensity or volume, when you have a long day, but not high intensity, but long duration. Either way, you create a lot of fatigue. The price for that is due not on the same day, actually. That price is due the next 2 days after. So today, one of the things that I think that awareness I only learned now that I kind of cut out all the other energy suckers and distractions that obviously limit you from performing, which is work and all those other things. So I limit everything so I can really say, okay, what is what? So for example, today, when you're tired, I can see with my mood, you're like irritability, you're quicker irritated by useless stuff. Just in the pool, you just see your mind, like small things like that, right? And I just know now, okay, this is completely normal. So you can override it and say, hey, shut up, brain. It's you don't hold the reins here. But when that's something I probably did, or I definitely did wrong for majority of my life, I would say, that I would say 9 times out of 10, when I had anything going on, let's say that 1 out of 10 times is, let's say you have a severe trauma, you have a death in the family, I don't know, anything severe in that realm, that drags you down, okay, that counts, legit reason. But 9 times out of 10, it's not work, it's not whatever circumstance, this person mistreated you, this person disrespected, whatever in that realm, it's actually not that. And I wasted years of energy and time thinking it is actually that thing. It is the work. It is this. It's not. If you're training, even if you're not training next to work alone makes you tired. So we are still toddlers when you think about it. So we are just the same. We just override it because we think we are now grown-ups. So we don't listen anymore when we're tired, when we didn't sleep, when we eat too little. Those basic functions that mommy, daddy back then forced us to do, we stopped doing, right? And we just forget about it. So you had a long work day, you trained, you're like super moody and cranky, you're like analyzing everything. Next time you have that, maybe the thing is it's very difficult to actually do, because when you're in that state, you're in this emotional state, and it's extremely hard to be objective on your own in this state. So that leads to high level awareness. But maybe this video gives you a little nudge next time when you're really cranky, moody, want to complain about things. Before you allow your brain to go into the spiral, first sit down, eat something more, whatever it is, whatever you feel like, calories, get something in, have a look at your sleep. How did you sleep? I slept only 6 hours, let's say. or it really interrupted sleep, I woke up a gazillion times, whatever happened. All right, sleep, yellow flag. One reason you could be feeling off. And so nutrition, sleep, and hydration as well. And just check, hey, how did you train, or how was your life load and training load, or just life load the day before. I had a super long work day, work extra, or there's like a high stress environment at work right now, kind of the end of the quarter, we have to push this. These are all factors, right? This is all load. So in order to fix this and balance this load, because it's all energy out, right? Even a busy work day, I think they say even 8 hours of normal office work is like 500 calories, although you're sitting. So energy has to come somewhere, even like high focus energy without physical energy. So get the calories in, have a nap, even if it's just 10 minutes, close your eyes, even if you're not sleeping, your brain is rejuvenating and recovering. So I'm gonna recover now, get some food in, and then have a good old sleep for sure. And then break up the day, as I said, do something else. And later I see you guys for the bike. We are back for the afternoon snack. Pretty lame. We got caffeine-free coffee. Not as good as the real juice, obviously. But as I said, I don't want to interfere, not just with the caffeine, but in general. On this day and tomorrow, when I don't have intensity, I don't want to, the 2 days between intensity, I don't want to interfere at all with my recovery. Although you're still training, but like mentally and physically, I always want to keep myself in a state of maximum recovery, let's say. So while you're still training, like I'm doing right now, after 2-hour ride with 75 minutes LT1, but it's 270 watts and it's literally just 1.1 mol or something. So it's really, it's not very taxing, neither for heart rate nor for system, but still a little bit of quality in. Quality is a big word, but better than nothing. And then an easy run off, but the whole day really just making sure that I absorb and I stay, although even, also motivation of course goes a bit down, everything goes a bit down when you're tired and going through this phase. What I could do now, I could chug in coffee or even a Red Bull and like get myself or watch some hyper motivational videos, and I can always get myself, if I want to do, in some kind of state of hype, but that's not at all what I want, also not tomorrow, right? Because in order for me to have the best possible quality in these sessions here, but also on Friday again, the ones when you push the limits a little bit, like lift your levels up, key sessions, I need to do these day right. So we are on meal number 4 now. We had the breakfast, the big recovery shake after, a big lunch. Now we're here, I got some orange, cottage cheese, grapes again, peanut butter for calories, some jam in there from extra carbs, I wanted it. Still have to add the cinnamon. And yeah, that will be it. And then we hop on the bike soon. And yeah, look forward to it. Always positive mind frame, perspective, super important. I don't have this now anymore, but I think I used to be definitely a bit of a complainer mentally, maybe not too much external, but in my own brain. Because I grew up in, if you grow up in Germany, complainer culture is basically normal. So that I had to shed, because nothing good comes out of complaining. It's literally a waste of time for everybody that hears it, and for yourself. You get nothing done. It just does nothing, complaining. So I think Marcus Aurelius said it, something like never complain. And you can complain if you sit in a wheelchair and with a spinal cord injury, or get your legs amputated, or terminal cancer, or this is not hard, right? It's physical training. I love what I do. This isn't hard, right? So but 10 hours construction in the rain, that's hard, And so there's all kinds of jobs that are hard, but this is not one of them. So very important to always, even when I have hard sessions coming, I never label them as hard, because then you just make it bigger than it is. So always downplay it a little bit. Always a little trick. All right, we're all set up here. We got today, in total, 70 grams in sports drink and another 31 bar I'll take out. There's just water in there for makes for thirsty. And then some order of business. I still gotta fix a couple of things. Actually, yeah, this is the new seat post because the old one for me is not safe anymore. Let's have a look here. Look at this beast. It's somewhere there. Can you see it? It's cracked. And I don't want to go downhill, whatever speeds or even flats. So this is a new seat post, but it's a different length than this one. So I gotta measure it so it's correctly. That's still order of business. And this one here is a double BTA that goes here. What I have to do still there is find some kind of 3D printed thing. If there's someone in Finland, please let me know. Shoot me a message. If not in OD, you can do it yourself, but I don't know if I can. I'll find out. I need to make this 1.5-2 centimeters higher, because then the top bottle, I need to get new bottle cages as well. The top bottle touches my chest when I'm in the optimal position, meaning I do have a clue. While I'm racing, I kind of always make sure that I'm down in the aero. Then Ironman sent me these pouches here, which is for the first Pro Series race. That is pretty cool. So what that is, it's basically, it goes in the back of your suit. There will be, for the Pro Series races for sure, there will be live GPS, so no more this inaccurate thing from the app tracker. For the pros, this we sew in the back of our suit, and then we get this GPS thing, and then you can see it live. If anybody is going 5 seconds slower per K, I think it should be really good for the coverage as well and everything. So should be good. So I'm gonna be hopping on a bike now. It's a 2-hour ride. The first half an hour, it's like building 220 watts and then a short ramp. And then we go into the 75 minutes at 270 watts. That's the plan. And then in the end again, some more 220 watts until it's 2 hours. I'll be checking in a little bit. Since when you're tired like I am now, time kind of goes in slow motion, so 2 hours feel like 5 hours. I to be honest, stuffed this thing. I don't want to see the time at all. I just put it away so I don't see it. Every now and then I check, of course, so I got the right timers and the right watts, but otherwise I just try to distract myself and just do some stuff outside triathlon as well, watch other stuff, not always be in the sport bubble. Also important again, not to always be careful what you consume. And right now it's going to be something outside of the sport bubble, most likely. So I'll be checking in a bit after I'm in the LT1 work. That sounds good. See you then. Alright guys, we are 45 minutes in and 270 watts. I did most of it in aero position and feeling good. Of course, legs, energy is good, system's good. Of course, a bit tired, but that was a plan. And muscular wise a bit, but it's getting better. So it's for sure better now than I was in the beginning. So we all good. All green light. Watching actually some Oceanside here from the race 2024. A lot changed since I was there, jumping into the cold waters. So it's beautiful. Great experience, all part of the journey. We don't all start at the top, but we work hard to get there. So I'm checking in a bit later. I'm just watching some Oceanside again, and there are these hills, right, as I talked about before. But coming from Europe, you do some research online. There's this PM website. Do some research on the gradients, and you have this new single chain ring 60 I had, and oh my god, I remember now I can laugh about it, but when I was in the race it was not so funny. There are some steep gradients and I was, I think 85, 86 kilograms, and literally I had to go all out to get up that hill. I was at 50 cadence, pushing 440 watts at 50 cadence, for those 4 to 6 minutes or whatever it is. Oh my god, that really did it. There are a few things, but no, it's funny, but it wasn't when I was in the race. First real pro experience. There's a couple of things. I mean, several things, but all learnings now, and you have to have humor about everything. So it's all learnings, all lessons, and important to make the journey, you know, worthwhile and note all the steps in between. Welcome to my 5K easy run off the bike. Let's get this started here. Historically, the legs have been somewhere in the realm of horrific. Let's see how we're looking now. Oh yeah, that hits the spot. Pretty bad. Perfect. If that wouldn't be smashed, I did something horribly wrong yesterday. But going too easy is normally not the issues of triathletes. But no, actually, for sure it worked. But I can tell I get stronger and stronger because there were times when I literally could barely run. Although I did less than I did yesterday. So yeah, slowly putting bricks in the wall, you know, that body gets stronger. And what are we kicking here? We got 6:30 pace. So we're kicking like 9-minute mile pace. And what I did figure out over the last months doing this, that although you run easy, you know, the blood flow keeps around halfway, 2.5K in, they loosen up, you get quicker without doing anything. But again, pace doesn't interest me at all in this run. It's all about running 5K easy, getting the mileage in, so that I can hopefully hit again another 80K a week. So yeah, I checked back in before. We gotta make a little stop at the supermarket. But yeah, this is looking better. The super night mode, I have to say, not too shabby. Already feels a lot better, legs are loosening up, and I'm just really so happy that I'm finally on the path, you know. I mean, if you leave your job and start training, doesn't mean you're suddenly just getting closer to your goal of winning races and all these things. It doesn't work like that, you know. I mean, some are more lucky than others. You get perfect guidance from day one, and it's amazing. But for some, it takes longer to find your blueprint, what works, how you train, how you recover, like what is your pattern that works for you and your journey. And that is, to be honest, one of the most difficult parts. So I'm so happy that I finally have that. And trust me, it wasn't easy. If you followed this channel for a while, it wasn't pretty. But I know there's good things coming. I don't know when it is, but I know there's a lot of winning waiting for me. And in the end, in the sport, only one guy can win, to be honest. And yeah, I mean, the comfort zone is a real thing that happens to a lot of athletes, even in the NBA, you know, they get the big contract and then they start relaxing. Kobe Bryant talked about it. In any sport that happens, including triathlon, you suddenly get some money, you got the car, you wake up in silk sheets, and the world becomes very confusing real quick. What I know about myself is that cannot happen to me because I have zero interest. Everything I ever wanted is what I'm doing right now. No contract can change that. No, let's get some light over here. You know, no contract, no money, no fanciness, no internet fame, which is anyways fake, on general triathlon fame, which is still tiny when you compare to any other sport. When you can't go out the door, that will never happen to where I live especially. So nothing will change. All I want is really keep improving, get faster. Even if I win, even if I'm 10th, doesn't matter. Faster, improve, train hard, recover, train hard. That's what I found for myself. I get the most joy out, and this creative side of it, and this is really covered with what I'm doing right now. I really enjoy this part of it as well, so I have this creative building endeavor next to it as well, next to my actual craft, my main craft, obviously the sport and recovery and all that side. So I'm really excited for what's to come, and you guys are gonna be right along with it, even more closer than I thought. I did a video a week before, and now as you see, I'm upping my game and I'm really enjoying it. So thanks so much for following already. Really appreciate you guys watching and all. I haven't seen all the details, but I check in every 7 days and see how the channel is doing and have a look then. But I see you guys tomorrow for the next session, and there will be actually all right. Got some more light. Tomorrow we'll have kicked the day off with a 15k run with some hill strides, 6 hill strides, aerobic run, aerobic paces, so a little bit faster, not easy. And then we have a 90-minute ride. That will be easy, 220 watts for sure, easy ride. And then we got the gym as well. That'll be tomorrow. I'll see you then.